my name is Haley Gare, and I'm contestant number 3.
Hi Haley, go ahead and have a seat.
So, man,
We are going to get started if that's okay with you.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, what is an ambassador?
An ambassador, like a beef ambassador?
Any ambassador.
Any ambassador? Well, I can compare it to a lot of things, like the beef ambassador, and also in my college we have our collegiate ambassadors, and they're more of recruiters, which I think kind of ties in with the beef ambassador. I mean, we're trying to recruit people to understand beef and the nutrition values of beef, and that they no longer need to be afraid of beef.
Okay, and why did you decide to become a beef ambassador?
I honestly could not think of anything cooler. Like, I got the email from Utah State, and I was like, a beef ambassador? That's my life dream. Like, that is the coolest thing ever, and I love it. You know, my family, we have our own cows, and it's something I feel very passionately about, and something I feel like I have to protect now that I'm in college, because there's a lot of people who don't feel the same way I do about it. So it's something that, even as I've grown up and gone to college, I didn't realize affected me so much.
You and me both. Okay, ground beef recalls have been in the news lately. Should consumers be concerned about ground beef safety?
I think it's a good thing for consumers to always be concerned, because especially like 2000, the big E. coli. I just watched a movie called Food Inc. about that, and there's a lot. The movie, it's kind of one-sided, so I mean it's kind of hard to watch. So it's nice to know the other sides of the story. But in the movie, you know, in 2000 they had the big beef recall and E. coli and all that kind of thing. And I think it's important for them to be concerned, but I think it's also important for them to have some faith in the USDA and the FDA, because everything we're doing is approved by them. And I mean, we are the kind of people that, we're trying to feed the world. We're trying to feed 9 billion people in 2050, and we want that to be safe. We don't want them to have to be concerned about what they're eating on a daily basis.
Okay, why are hormones used in beef, and how do you know that they are safe?
Hormones are used in beef. It's nice on a production scale, because you get more for your buck and less bucks, pretty much, if that makes sense. Like, it's helping them grow faster and leaner with less money. So you're getting more yield. And what was the second part?
And how do you know they're
How
safe?
they're safe. Once again, I'm just going to touch on the USDA and the FDA. I mean, they're all approved. They're all approved by veterinarians. Even a veterinarian that, let's say, prescribes something not approved by the FDA, they don't have the authority to do that. So I think it's just important to always remember that everything we give to our cows is FDA and USDA approved.
Okay, what is the difference between a factory farm and a family farm?
I love this one because it plays such a key role in my life, you know what I mean? Factory farms are, obviously they're big farms, and they have growers who feed them their animals, and they feed the animals, finish them off, if you will, and then they send them to slaughter. Factory farms are good because there's a lot of production. A lot of production happens. Family farms are like you and me out back with our horses and our beef. You know, we keep them on the range, we keep them on the bench, they stay in your family, and you sell pretty much locally, feed your family, and then locally. I think we just ship some of our cows to Nebraska, so it's more a local basis.
Okay, if you could only eat one cut of beef for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Oh man, that's a horrible question to think of. One cut of beef. I would probably just go with a sirloin steak. I mean, you can't go wrong. You can never get sick of it. Like just the thought of seeing a sirloin on the grill on a hot summer day, it makes your heart happy. And so, I guess if I had to narrow it down, I would have to go with that one.
It does make your heart happy. What is the BOLD diet?
The BOLD diet is beef in an optimal lean diet. That's what it stands for. And it's pretty much, it was based on a university in Penn State, some of their research, and they had a couple people just eat meat, and it turned out that it was very healthy for them, if that makes sense. So it just means that along with exercise and other dietal needs, that you can eat meat and that you will still be healthy. It's making you a lot more healthy than not eating meat at all.
Okay. It is widely known that modern beef producers use antibiotics. Why are antibiotics used in beef?
I like to think that antibiotics are, it's just like we use them. You know what I mean? A cow has an abscess and needs penicillin type thing. And we also give our baby cows like immunizations, I like to think of them. And I know they're safe because while I was giving shots to a baby calf one year, I gave it to myself. And, I was like, Dad, what am I going to do? And he's like, oh, you're fine. Don't even worry about it, So, we give it to them for their safety, for their health. We want to make sure they are healthy no matter what. And so that's why we give them antibiotics. And they are safe. They're FDA approved. They're veterinarian approved. So we always know they're safe.
Okay. Why are beef prices so high right now, and why are they on the rise?
That is a good question. I'm not sure I know the full answer. Texas and Nebraska are the biggest beef producers, and so it's got to have something to do with them, but I don't know. I need to go on to beefnutrition.com or Beef Magazine and look that up, because I don't know the answer to that one.
Okay. How can we save money at the grocery store on beef?
We could save money in the grocery store at beef by kind of common sense, I think. I don't know. A lot of the grass-fed and the organic is going to be more expensive, and it's completely up to the consumer. I mean, if you want organic and if you want grass-fed, and you're willing to pay that extra money, then go right ahead. But a lot of the just the normal grain-fed is going to be cheaper for you, and so that's a way to save money when you're buying meat.
Okay. And what is the number one thing you want consumers to know about the beef industry and farmers and ranchers?
Honestly, the first thing that comes to my head for the number one thing I want them to know is that we care for our animals. You know, my dad doesn't wake up in the middle of the night to go out and beat his calves. And I want people to know that we care about them.
That's very true. Well, that's all I have for you. Thank
Thank
you
you
so much. Maybe just take your picture really quickly.
Oh.